Welcome to April's house tour. This is a renovation house tour. Renovation has really been held up by the fact that our plumbers were being unreliable and now they've gone bust.
A little different than all the rest.
Welcome to April's house tour, and we're going to start in my herb garden where the most of the effort has gone this month. The herbs have already started to establish after I planted them a few weeks ago, and now all I need to do is actually replicate the same look on the other side of the path. A bit brave being out here in just a dress. It started to rain and it's quite cold, so let's go inside. Before we go any further, I must remind you that this is a renovation house tour, so the house is not finished. It's merely to show you how we live in a renovation project and to point out some of the projects that we've recently been working on. When we come in through the front door, we step straight into the room that we call the cinema room, and it's called that purely because this is the family room and there's a projector on the ceiling. And to give you a little bit of history about Starre Corner, this cottage was originally two small cottages, which means that on the outside, if you actually look, you can see where the old front door used to be to the other cottage. And there are also two staircases. One of the staircases is through that door there, and I'll show you the other one when we go into the living room. You may recognise this beautiful girl. This is a print that the girls had made for Mark's 50th, and of course it's of maple. Absolutely nothing in this room is as it will be when we're finished, but for now it's a really nice, comfortable space. One of the outstanding big jobs for this room is to dig up the Pament tiles. We are going to relay them, but without insulation, the tiles lay directly onto soil and this room can be so cold. So that's one big job that we're going to have to do. Every time I point out that there isn't a ceiling in this room, and that is because we're waiting for plumbers, and as you are aware, we've had an ongoing plumber saga, but I may have an update for you later on in this video. We've come out of the cinema room, through the boot room very quickly because that still looks like a building site, and into the kitchen. Now, I had the funniest comment. Well, there was actually an email sent to me the other day, and that was actually saying that why couldn't Mark in 8 years create me a bathroom and a kitchen? Well, this is a kitchen and Mark did build it, and he built it completely on his own, which is quite incredible, with no prior experience. So it may not be finished, but this is an absolutely fully functioning kitchen, and I couldn't be more than happy with it. But actually, I have more news. I showed you the other week that Mark has started plastering in the bedroom, and earlier today, plasterboard arrived. So over the weekend, I am expecting this wall to be plasterboarded. And then hopefully Mark will be able to do the plastering too another weekend, which is really, really exciting. That wall there will eventually be a window looking through into the living room, which I'm very, very excited about. And on the ceiling, we're actually going to clad the ceiling in wood. And that silver thing up there is actually where we're going to have a big sky lantern. Hopefully sooner rather than later. It's going to look so incredibly different when the plasterboard has gone up, and where that black unit is there, the black unit will move into the boot room, and that's where I'm going to have a glazed walk-in pantry, and I am so excited about that one. I always get so many questions about this table, and it's actually a joint effort between Mark and myself. I designed the table and we had the legs made, and then Mark actually created the table, and we used reclaimed floorboards from a Northamptonshire farmhouse when we lived in Northamptonshire. This table will actually live in the cart shed outside, and we're going to have another one made slightly wider and slightly longer. Before we go on to the living room, I just wanted to tell you about Buy Me a Coffee. It's a website that I often tell you about. Buy Me a Coffee is a website that allows people to support creatives such as myself, and by donating just the cost of a simple cup of coffee, you can help me continue my creative journey. As always, I will add a link to Buy Me a Coffee in the description below, and if you would like to make a contribution to this free content, just simply click on the link. This was a major project this month. We've actually dug out all of this. We've started the hard landscaping and we've got great plans for this area, which I can't wait to share with you another day. And also Mark put up the guttering, so that's another job. Hopefully this will be transformed this year and it is going to look quite amazing, or that's at least what I'm hoping it will look like. The renovation has really been held up by the fact that our plumbers were being unreliable and now they've gone bust, which actually has worked out quite well because we've now actually managed to go out and find some more plumbers. We thought that we had somebody, they didn't turn up, which is the story of our lives, but now we have found somebody and hopefully they're going to start within the next couple of weeks, which means that we can really get on with the ensuite, the downstairs bathroom. We can have a shower installed, so we'll have an indoor shower, and we'll also have hot running water inside too. So that's going to be such a luxury. And finally, we've moved on to the living room. This is the coziest room in the house. And it's the room where I really feel most comfortable. I do make a lot of effort to make sure that this room is as nice as it possibly can be. There are a couple of new additions. Oh, I should explain this. Again, this is waiting for the plumber to come and do something. So hopefully the ceilings and all these holes can soon be sorted. But anyway, on to more exciting things. This is the lovely little sketch that I picked up on my antique hunting expedition recently, and I'll add a link up there so you can see when I bought this and where I bought it. But I absolutely love him. I've called him Gus. And this pretty little table here is also a new addition, bought at the same time, and I love that there too. As with all the spaces that I'm showing you today, there's room for improvement everywhere, and the furniture just isn't the furniture that will be here forever. But this room, you probably get to see a good insight into what it might actually look like. You might also notice that there's been a change around in furniture. We've actually sold a few bits on our antique website, Sugden & Daughters. So there's a different chair there. There was a leather chair in that space before. And we've also sold one of our little side tables. So now there's a stool in its place. Pretty much everything in our house is for sale. So things do change quite often. If you follow Elegantly Knackered Style, you may recognise this painting from when we were in Cornwall in February, and we actually picked that up on our Cornish holiday. Absolutely love it. Just with the cinema room, the floor also needs digging up here. So what we'll do is we'll take the tiles up, dig down, add insulation, and then put everything back, and hopefully we can achieve the same look. And that's the door that leads to the other staircase. Last month I showed you the books on my coffee table and you seem to enjoy that, so let me show you what's on my coffee table this time. I'm still very much about the flowers, and this is a new addition and it's absolutely beautiful. Outside In by Sean Anthony Pritchard. And Sean's style of flower arranging is totally my kind of thing. And I am loving that one. I will add the links to these books in the description. This one is From Seed to Bloom by Millie Proust. Again, a really lovely book, and this takes you through the seasons and explains what to plant and how to plant it, when to cut it and what to do with them when you've cut it. Another fabulous book. What's next? This is an old one. I bought this a couple of years ago. This is The Flower Hunter by Lucy Hunter. Great name. And again, more floral inspiration. And with the addition of this table, I've also been able to put more inspirational books in my living room. I'll add a link to these also in the description. I've been asked several times why I don't show the upstairs. That's because it's just full of cardboard boxes, and I truly respect my children's privacy. So for the time being, I won't be showing you upstairs. And I'm hoping that in May, I will be able to show you great progress on the downstairs bedroom and also bathroom. If the plumbers come, it's all systems go, and we've got everything in place. We know what we're doing. We have a plan. So with any luck, I will be showing you huge progress next month in the master bedroom and also the bathroom. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do follow the link to buy me a coffee, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.